welcome to another episode of Stream Club. I'm Brandon Kaiser.
Joe's Justin.
I'm Brian Haas.
Hey, calm and cool. You too calm with the hello. Yes, scary.
We didn't watch scary stuff.
I did.
No, that's next week. Anyways, we saw What Happened to Monday, the Netflix movie that just came out recently, and The Defender Season 1, which also just came out recently. We're staying on top of it, guys. We're staying on top of it.
Kind of, sort of, but not really.
Yeah. We're still a little behind in terms of internet speed because you need to instantly have your shit out, but whatever.
Yeah. We still got our finger firmly on the pulse of
streaming
clubs.
At least Netflix. So anyways, let's start with What Happened to Monday. It was directed by some dude. I didn't remember his name. It was some foreign guy.
Wow,
This is
you don't remember his name?
Yeah, I didn't know who this guy was. It stars Noomi Rapace.
That's a new one.
And Willem Dafoe.
It starts Noomi Rapace.
Noomi Rapace.
Wow, you actually don't remember a lot of the people. This is different. Usually you throw out names I don't recognize.
Yeah, well, this
Like
is a
Noomi
Netflix
Rapace.
original movie, so it doesn't have the most expensive of casts that you could...
Well, Willem Dafoe's not cheap.
I don't know. He kind of does anything
And
right now.
paying Noomi Replace
Look, we're gonna
7
have
times.
Except for we're
Isn't really
gonna have
cheap.
back-to-back episodes of Stream Club where we talk about Willem Dafoe. So what do you mean he's not cheap? Anyways,
Well, Netflix is $20 billion in debt for some
yeah,
reason.
because they're paying Willem Dafoe.
It's
Anyways,
$1 billion every picture.
yeah. So What Happened to Monday? It's a sci-fi movie about in the future. We don't want to let
Dystopian future.
Yeah, we go down to the China
What's
rule.
so dystopian about it?
We go to the China rule of I'm trying to talk. We go to the China rule of the one child per household sort of thing, and Willem Dafoe says, "Fuck that shit." It's not even his kids, so it's his daughter's kids. So
Grandbabies.
yeah, it's his grandchildren. So, what happened to Monday?
What happened to William Dafoe? I would rather know what happened to William Dafoe.
I think he died.
Yeah,
we saw it in the
soon.
movie, but that's kind of a spoiler.
No, they didn't really say what happened to him.
Oh, I thought they did say that he died.
Well, I assumed he was just old.
I assumed he died,
But they never really-
didn't really say.
Yeah, I don't know if we know exactly how he died. Look, this was
I assume it was a
few
wood
days
chipper.
ago. I'm trying to remember what happened in this movie.
I watched it.
They're
I don't
fine.
remember
Who
what
wants to
happened.
start talking about what happened
I
on
remember
Monday? Brief impressions, and we'll go into spoilers.
Brian does.
Okay.
Everyone kind of looked at Brian,
Brief
so
impression. All right, I'll do
we
it.
were excited to see what you had to think, I guess.
It was okay. Just a solid okay. The beginning, I was pretty into it. Exploring the world, feeling things out.
You were feeling it.
Yeah, I was feeling it. And then it devolved into like all of them going out there, and it was an okay action movie, but I didn't really care about the sci-fi elements then, and that bummed me out. And then by the end, when they start really dealing with the sci-fi, the whole world as it is thing, it got a little bit better for me. You know, like kind of exactly what I thought was going to happen. And then the fact that they didn't actually resolve it at the end, that bothered me. But
That was pretty cryptic.
well, I'm trying not to spoil
I
it.
know.
because That's the main
Left it
hinge.
open.
I know, it was odd that you even went to trying to talk about the ending without spoiling it. So.
Yeah, but I didn't know what else to talk about, otherwise it would just be left at, it was okay.
This is why I don't like going.
But yeah, the ending disappointed me. And
Well, when
I'll
you
tell
go
you
first,
why.
you're open to say anything.
Yeah.
True, but
You're not repeating anyone.
you don't remember as much.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
is that it?
Yeah, I was just gonna, I'll tell
You seem like you were wrapping up.
Yeah.
I'll go second.
Okay, go ahead. We can go down the line.
I thought Noomi.
Anyway,
I thought Noomi Rapace actually did a great job acting out the seven different roles that she was playing.
Yeah, she did her best Tatiana Maslany in this
They
one.
all had their own separate personalities, obviously, because they're different people. And I thought she did a real good job with it. I thought it was an interesting concept. That the world, was that, they're having hunger stories.
Maximum capacity.
I was curious, what are the chances someone have septuplet, triplet, identical septuplets? And they actually answered that with the whole.
Don't worry, they threw a line of
science.
dialogue. It's a good thing that we have the growth hormone. And then we just
Yeah, the growth hormone, unfortunately, it caused, multiple births. It was oh, okay, that's where that came from. And,
Really? I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Was it growth hormone thing?
Yeah,
It
it's
was
like
the
a
thing
throwaway
that
line.
it was.
I must have missed
There's
that
a
line.
science
It
montage.
was at the very beginning of the movie.
Maybe I wasn't quite
And-
paying 100% attention yet or something? I don't know.
Actually,
during the sequence that made me think I had accidentally clicked Oja.
Which I got a feeling was going to come up in this discussion.
the genetically modified food, and they were like, all right, this solves our problem with shortage of food. Downside, causes increases in pregnancy
Okay.
and multiple pregnancy.
Yeah, I think I
That
missed
was
that
the
line,
downside.
but it makes sense now.
I thought that I thought actually really was an interesting story in general, and it was entertaining. The doctor, who was essentially the villain of the story,
Glenn Close.
had a good
Glenn
point.
Close. Forgot to mention Glenn Close.
Glenn Close had still a good point. I'm sorry,
There's
but
thin lips.
even though she was the villain with the thin lips, she had a good point of we have to set limitations. But honestly, I didn't hear anything about contraception during the whole fucking movie at all.
Yeah, that's
it
that's
was
a
all
big oversight.
it was all one child per family. It was how about using a goddamn condom? Put your science. Put your science in. Put your science into making out a plan B.
Remember the part that you just mentioned 40 seconds ago where they get pregnant and they have multiple babies from one pregnancy?
Plan B.
But if you're trying to have a kid, you're gonna
You need some
have
kids.
7 kids by
Yeah.
accident.
Super Plan B.
They don't. All right, whatever.
Anyway,
Either way,
I don't think
digressing.
there's a morning after pill that kills some of your,
just halves them
children.
each time.
Yeah.
Look, either way, just if you're having a kid, okay, I'm having multiple kids. They're babies. Just choose between them. They all look the same. Who gives a shit? Just that one. I'll keep that one.
It's a good question.
Roll a die. I don't care. Just there's a shortage of food.
In preparation for this discussion, we should have went to an abortion clinic and asked them if it'd be possible to abort all but one child.
Let's say I'm
Asking the
having
hard
twins.
facts.
Can you
Get rid of one of them.
Stick a coat hanger
keep
to
one
the
of them.
heart
Keep
of all but one.
You know I don't say that's impossible.
I just wonder if it is.
Well, you just,
possible.
they
Scientifically speaking.
I mean, they would probably.
Well, then that would ruin the whole premise of this movie.
Either or.
And religious people would lash out against it. It'd be a whole thing.
Either or. I really enjoyed this movie. I actually really thought it was entertaining and
Good for you.
engaging,
Cool.
and it was
Very cool.
It was
I'm
as,
glad
it was
you
as
liked
good as I thought it was gonna be. Brandon,
I'm glad you
or
liked it.
Josh.
In this hate-filled culture, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
We'll go down the line. It's fine. I also liked this movie overall. I don't think it was amazing. It wasn't top notch, as we like to say about all this shit. It's not up there as the high. Well, okay, it's more the shows.
It's
I always say
appropriate
it's not-
Netflix.
I always say that it's not the highest level of TV, but whatever.
Absolutely.
This is a movie. Anyways, this is a solid movie that I enjoyed overall. I think, like you said, I normally don't like Noomi Rapace and stuff, and I actually thought she did solid here.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't a. I actually
You
like
like
Prometheus,
so
but I'm not a fan of her in Prometheus.
Really? I didn't know that part.
I don't hate her. I just am kind of I'm
Indifferent.
different.
Yeah.
I'm neutral. I'm whatever. Take her or leave her. Whatever. I think Idris Elba and Charlize Theron and stuff did better in that movie. But anyways, let's not go into Prometheus review.
Click here for.
I don't think we did one. That was before the
Can't do that.
show.
We'll get drunk one day and we'll do
We
it.
have to do a retro review sort of thing.
We'll get so drunk we forget about the movie and then watch it again. We're like, this is it.
I watched it again before Alien Covenant. Anyways, what happened Monday? I think this movie was a little smarter than I was expecting. I thought it was just going to be a high concept premise that was 7 different people, each takes a day of the week, they go out, they maybe run into some sort of issues, and they try to resolve it. I thought this was a little smarter in that, I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
In spoilers, I'll mention some stuff that I thought was pretty smart in the overall way this movie worked out. But I thought the effects aren't always the greatest, but these are pretty good for a Netflix movie. I think this is a pretty well budgeted. I think this is a decent budget for a Netflix movie. For a sci-fi movie, that's tough. I understand that, you're not releasing in theaters, you don't have that income, you can't, spend
I
hundreds
never
of
actually
millions.
noticed when Noomi Rapace was with her other selves that honestly they were different. They were the same person. I never noticed that cut kind of thing like that. Or,
That's because unless they're crossing in front of each other, it's real easy to do.
yeah.
I've done it on this channel.
Seeing your cut for that.
Okay.
In the kitchen.
It's a small.
For the one review.
I
I
don't have a fucking red camera to record this shit either.
Exactly, just
So
saying.
or a professional lighting. Or
I'm just
anything.
saying. It was really good.
Wait, mine was really good.
No, there's.
Oh, thanks. Anyways, it's when they cross in front of each other that's hard to do. Which they did have to do, and they usually do in these movies, but they figure out ways to do that with technology. But overall, I thought there wasn't enough Willem Dafoe in this movie, but overall I enjoyed it. Not the greatest, but well worth your time, I think, and
Price is
worth
right.
watching. Yeah.
It's included
It's
in
on
your
Netflix.
Netflix subscription.
So Josh, what'd you think?
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's how we'll just start everything. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I thought it was very okay,
Alright.
but on the low end of okay.
Okay.
I didn't like the premise. I thought the 6 children thing and swapping identities. I'm like, oh, that's a bit too far. And then and now I can't. It's thank you for smoking. It's ruined it. Anytime they did that montage of like the growth hormone and it made people have more babies, I always think of we'll just throw a line of dialogue in there.
Yeah,
We'll just throw a line in there and thank God they invented
Thank
the
God
oxygen
there's
thing so we
so
could smoke it.
Yeah,
Like anytime like a thing starts like that, I'm like, all right, whatever.
I love Thank You for Smoking, but that I normally can
I'm
block that out in other
I'm
movies.
sorry that works so well. but
Yeah, it works
It
too
works
well.
really well.
And from there, I didn't like the premise. I thought the movie was okay, but the whole dystopian world, I don't think was really developed well enough. I like the child, like the whatever they were called. What were they called? I don't know.
Siblings.
No,
No.
she's talking about the agency.
The agency,
or whatever. Yeah.
Aegis. No, that's
It's getting weird.
Wrong.
Any agency.
Yeah, any of like that
Yeah.
stuff, I didn't think was developed well enough. The city itself,
I think I know what you're saying. This
something.
the
you
world wasn't built up enough to.
in that respect, you could feel the budget. It's a very small in
Yeah.
scale movie. Like this isn't showing you a super good slice of what life is like in this. It's a very small slice. Like it's a very contained movie in terms of how
I
many
didn't even know what
locations.
city it
and-
was.
Yeah, in terms of how many locations and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where they I think kept the budget down in this movie, and I think that's what you're
British.
talking about.
But
Yeah, and then at the near the end of it, I mean, so we give Hollywood shit for like not giving us any original stuff anymore. But then you get something that's like it's different, it's a new IP. But then it follows the same story progression of things that have already been done. Like I saw everything that happened near the end.
At the very end, yes.
Everything before that, like you could pick out how this was going to go. I had the whole plot figured out about an hour into the movie. Well, I think it was on that long, but like
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it was that.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
was
2
a-
hours. I think this one.
yeah, by pretty quickly I figured out how this was going to go. I'm like, well, this is just another bait and switch sort of plot I've seen done before, but it's the same actor doing all of them this time. And it just kind of followed the exact same route that I figured it was, and at the end I'm like, okay. And I mean, it was okay, and that's it. Like, it didn't really do it. Like, where Shimmer Lake was predictable because it was just Memento light.
Yeah.
yeah,
This was just predictable because it was.
It followed some cliches.
It's the cliche. They just did this, but it was in a unique setting.
Sure.
yeah, it was pretty predictable.
But that's solid.
I think it's a strong premise movie that
Yeah.
maybe doesn't live up to its premise as much as it could have.
I get it.
I think.
Turns into instead of being like a suspenseful thriller, they kind of tried to do like a half action.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
That's my review.
Okay. All right. Should we go into spoilers then?
Whoa!
we got
Spoiler
to.
alert.
All right. Spoilers starting now. So if you're listening to the audio podcast version of this
There's
is
a light
warning.
on right now.
Well, yeah, because they don't know.
Spoilers.
They might be able to hear the motor going. I don't know. Anyways,
They probably
probably not. I don't know. Anyways,
They're just
let's get into spoilers for what happened on Monday. Well, I had mentioned some stuff I wanted to bring up, so
Yeah,
I guess
go
I'll
for it.
start.
Do it.
I appreciated that they were willing to kill off most of the sisters.
Yeah.
Because, look,
Yeah.
they could have played it super safe and been like, most of them survive, but by the end we're down to, what, 3? And one's missing an eye, and one's, like, they're beat up, too. They're not, like,
Yeah.
completely... And I think this movie has a really good setup and playoff moment in which you have that flashback sequence where the one comes home with the finger dangling, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, and plus, also awesome that he then had to cut off each daughter's finger.
That gave me
That's awesome.
Prestige. Fucking flashbacks.
I guess I could kind
Right
of see
there.
that in a little bit.
Of like one has,
Yeah.
the other has.
Yeah. Exactly. But I thought it was really cool that they
Spoiler
went
for
there.
Prestige.
I thought it was really cool that they went there. Like, they
Yeah.
went that dark,
Yeah.
where they're like, dude has to, like, chop off his granddaughter's fingers. 6 of them.
Yeah, I thought they weren't going to show it.
It was kind of
Yeah.
fitting, you know, I actually kind of figured it was, like, Monday was going to be corrupt. Because of the whole, she came back and her fingers falling off the edge. I was like, oh, she's the rebel. Of course she's going to be the one that we're going to root for. And Monday.
Really? I could have thought she might be the problem child.
No, I
kind of.
I expected that. No, like, she was going to be the one who, like, she was the rebel, but she still loved her sister.
You didn't, but I thought it was
And
going to be
Monday
her,
was
I thought it
the
gonna- I
very
thought it was gonna be-
self-serving one.
I thought it was going to be her fault in the end that they started getting caught.
No.
You didn't think it would be the rebel one that was going to be the rebel one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't think so.
Anyways,
Probably a
That was
But
too obvious.
what I was setting up there, which is what they set up there, is for that awesome moment then when she cuts the dude's finger off and tapes it to her finger to be able to use the finger lock.
Why
gun.
did she take that off, though?
Oh, that I don't know.
Yeah.
She
But
could have just kept it on. Kept
The
the
moment
guns.
when you see what she's doing, when she chops off dude's finger and starts taping
Yeah.
it to her finger, I'm like,
Appropriate.
that's well paid off
Yeah.
for the story moment of the finger getting chopped off. I was
Guys, just cut
good-
your finger.
like, good setup and payoff. I was like, that was really good. That was when I kind of appreciated some of the more clever aspects of the story. Was in that. Yes, at the very end, it gets a little predictable with the whole like.
They weren't really freezing them at all.
Yes.
No shit.
Yes. That is obvious, as
Obvious.
well as that scene at the very end when they do the thing where they fight each other looking the same in the bathroom, and then you're like, which one's coming out? And it's like,
Obviously, you know,
I didn't
obviously
think you were
you know
supposed to be
which
confused.
one. No, I know, but I think they wanted. Yeah, exactly. But I think they wanted it to be a reveal of, oh, it was that one.
Oh,
I think they wanted you to be in suspense the whole time as to which one made it
It
out.
didn't work.
Which one made it
Yeah,
out, but you knew.
It would have been more surprising if it wasn't the one we expected. Like, she pulled her hair and was just, what the fuck?
That would have been cool.
That would have been more sensical.
Yeah. A couple
you're
weird
going
things.
to jail, Glenn Close.
Couple
Close,
weird
you're going
things.
to jail now for murder.
I am very rarely going to say this. However, unnecessary nudity in this movie?
I was a little surprised at that scene, yeah.
Weird! It just seemed out of place in this movie. It was like, let's have this weird,
Contractually,
somewhat
we're obligated
graphic
to
sex
show her.
scene
Yeah.
partway through the movie where I'm like... Plus it was kind of weird because in a way it was kind of a rape situation in a lot of ways. It was like your trickery...
She was fine with it.
No, not for her. Not for her. He didn't know who he was
He
fucking.
was doing it.
Male rape isn't
Look.
a thing.
I'm just saying, that's why I said it's kind of a rape thing. But I'm saying it was kind of an awkward scene for me, and I kind of felt like it was unnecessary in the scheme of this whole movie. Like, I felt like it was thrown in there just to have nudity in the movie.
Yeah.
And they'll find out that he's with his sister, legs getting choked.
Yeah, and we'll find out that she was a freak.
That's also very important to the rest of the story.
Yeah.
She's probably getting choked when she got impregnated.
Oh my god.
Just saying.
Alright, anything else anyone wants to mention? I just thought that was a weird
I just wanted to mention that they didn't actually resolve the problem. Like,
Yeah.
you
That-
feel
that's
good.
exactly it.
They got the bad girl.
The ending.
And the
They
or the bad guy and all the girls.
It's-
Like, oh, they're
You know-
still in a tank. Span out.
But that's kind of
Fucking babies are being born.
to me that's kind of the Oakja-ness of this movie is the whole
It's
thing
like,
of
what are we
here's
gonna
a
do?
problem.
What's the world gonna
Here's
do?
a problem. Here's our horrible solution, but we don't really want you to think that solution is good. However, it kind of, what's the solution? Like, it's one of those things that you're like, there's no winning, basically.
Even if
Even
they
if you do it either way.
still mass produce that pork from those super pigs.
Well, see, that's the thing where that ended on the
We
more
gotta get one of them crossovers.
Oakja ended on the more
That made sense.
the problem. We're still
This
doing
one,
this plan.
it didn't. It's like, great, you guys got a new problem.
Yeah.
Wait, you got a starvation problem. You got a child, like, indulgence problem. Here's what you do. You eat the babies. That's what they should have done. Eat the babies.
I wouldn't have spent
Oh,
so
I know.
fast if they came out with
I'm sorry,
Soylent Green.
that's
I'll let
fucked
kids
up.
sit on that for himself.
No, I'm sorry, that's fucked up. I agree. But, like, seriously.
It's a modest proposal.
If you had an Irish accent, I think you might be Mike Myers in a fat suit right now.
Man, just saying, I wouldn't want to eat a baby. I'm just saying, there's a starvation problem.
There
is another problem with making too many babies.
Look at that's a lot.
Soylent Green is people. I'm just saying.
They couldn't.
Soylent Green isn't even people. It's berries.
For all the technology, we couldn't do like synthetic food or anything. We couldn't.
Well, they did, and then
They tried to, and it made more babies.
Well, then figure out what's causing them to be more pregnant and stop that part of it.
That's more problems. Just
then you don't get this movie.
the babies.
I know, which is.
Or better yet, feed the babies.
I didn't say I was
to
holding
the
it
pigs.
against the movie. I can't hold that against the movie. I'm just saying it made me think that.
Feed the babies to the pigs.
The babies and
Yes,
the pigs.
like you said,
You're combining the movies now? Oakja and What Happened to Monday?
No,
Yeah.
just pigs in general.
Just
or
feed
cows.
the pigs the babies.
Pigs will eat anything. Cows won't eat anything.
there are a lot of
pigs will.
like it seems like easier solutions to solve that problem, but then you don't get this movie.
Yeah, we all learned that in Snatch. Pigs will eat anything.
Pigs will eat anything.
All right, so that was.
Alright, I think that's it for What Happened to Monday. Spoilers, anyways. Now we need to put it on the list.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's a new movie. It's technically a 2017 movie, which means it's gonna have to get a spot. So, what happened to Monday? What happened to the list after What Happened to Monday gets added to?
I don't know.
Damn.
I kind of want to put it with its sister movie. I like the idea of them being.
And the
universe.
shared Oakja universe.
Yeah, it's Netflix.
Actually, if you kind of combine both movies, I think it would have made a sweeter movie.
Yeah.
Like, both kind of have opposite problems, but if you kind of did a hybrid, I think it would have been a sweet movie. Alright, so what are we thinking for spots on the list?
22.
22?
Okay, here's the problem for me. I'm getting thrown off by a couple movies. Like, I know around where I want it. I think I'm going to go higher than you'd think. I think I'm going to go 18.
Wow.
Because I think it was better than Dark Tower Power Rangers. I'm warming up to Kong the farther away from it we get.
I kind of want to give it another
That
watch.
sounds weird. I want to rewatch it.
I think Life is too high.
Alright.
Thinking about it.
Contrariness.
Yeah,
I kind of thought Life was okay.
It's
Contrariness.
okay, but.
What?
Power.
7.
Whoa! Serious?
I looked upon the list before I went to go take a piss.
Hey, if it speaks to you.
No, I mean, that's surprising.
Alright.
I mean,
That just means
what you
that
think.
when Kit does his personal top 10 list, and this isn't anywhere on it, that we get to give him more shit for saying it was the 7th.
I have a couple interesting
yes,
thoughts
you
on how
do.
we're going to do that.
But just saying.
But anyways, alright, so what are our numbers? You said 7.
Yeah.
I said, what did I say,
Mummy.
17?
Yep.
18? No, I said 18.
You said 18.
Me. Brian,
You guys said 22.
22s.
17.25.
Oh, 17. So, between Life
I'm willing
and
to
Power
knock it
Rangers.
down one because that's where I thought it should go. So,
That's-
although I'm not
that's-
upset. If everyone wants to go 17, I'm fine with that too. If you guys think it is better than Life. Because that's basically where I come down to. Is it better
Math-wise,
than
I
Life?
don't round it up until.
Yeah, I don't really have a
But-
feeling one way or the other. Which
Or Alien Covenant. I guess if we really thought
I haven't
Alien
seen
Covenant
it,
was
so.
bad, then yeah.
I don't have a feeling up or down.
I'm
on this.
okay
Yeah,
with
kinda
leaving it at
murky.
17, but I said 18, so.
Alright, 17.
Sure, 17.
Because you guys want to just keep it at 17?
Yeah, Kid was real high on it.
Appease Kid a little bit this time? Be nice to Kid? This is gonna suck.
I still haven't seen The Mummy. Wait till I bring that shit.
Why do you think you're gonna like The Mummy?
I don't know. I just think I will.
It's gonna be a.
Look, what's above the money? The Mummy.
I understand your weird
War
thinking
Machine.
you're gonna like
Yeah.
Triple X 3, which you probably will for some reason.
Yeah.
Fuck,
But
I watched Triple X
aren't
too.
That I understand
Watch that
more.
first.
Is that out yet?
Probably.
Yeah,
they
it's
should
on
all be
video.
out on
Watch
rental.
Triple X. I'm gonna rent that.
Yeah.
What company made it? It might be an HBO.
Maybe. I haven't seen a couple HBO things yet.
Well, you got it for Game of Thrones, right? Or did you just buy Game of
Shit.
Thrones?
No, I got it on
I didn't do
HBO.
enough space. So, there we go. I think this is now what? The second highest Netflix movie on our board?
Hold on a second.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
You should.
Did it better than usual, Netflix.
You probably
Yeah.
should have got the smaller marker and just kind of wrote what happened to Monday, like a 2-line thing.
It's hard
What?
to read the
And then
two.
happened to, and then bottom line.
But you did it so
Monday.
well, or for the Planet of the
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Apes.
Well, that's how they write it on the poster.
Oh.
Anyways, alright.
What happened Monday?
There you go. It's on the list. Made the board. Alright, so anyways, there we go. What happened Monday is in the books. Time to talk about what probably people more likely clicked on this video or listened to this podcast for, which is The Defenders Season 1. Marvel's The Defenders Season 1. Sorry.
You needed
Disney's
Netflix.
Marvels.
Disney Netflix's Marvel's The Defenders Season 1.
Episode 1 through 8.
Brian, what's your
Produced by Jeff Loeb.
Josh. And sponsored by Nike.
and New
whatever
York.
that whiskey is that Jessica Jones drinks.
Evan Jones? No,
It-
Evans.
Did you know that
I
they,
think it was a real brand.
you know, you can buy Statesman whiskey for the upcoming Kingsman movie? Kind of
We
wanted
might have
for the
to
review.
feature it.
Yeah. Anyways, so The Defenders
How
Season
about
1.
Statesman Tequila? Ooh, there was a tequila.
Well, Statesman is a whiskey company in the movie.
Well, Statesman. The one
Channing
Statesman.
Tatum has his own tequila company.
Stanley-
No, it's vodka. He sells
Channing
vodka.
Tatum is he vodka? That was whiskey.
I thought it was vodka. No, in Statesman.
The whip
he's,
guy. Sorry, the last
No,
one
they're
guy
both.
was tequila.
They're both. No. They
What's
give
his
me a
name?
name, yes.
Yeah.
But they don't
I like
sell
how they're
it.
named after alcohol.
Okay, anyway, they make
Anyway.
whiskey. That's their front. Instead of...
I followed you.
Yes, alright. Defender, Season 1.
Defender,
I don't know who directed because it's a bunch of people because it's a TV show. It stars Charlie Cox, Kristen Ritter, Mike Coulter, Finn Jones, Sigourney Weaver.
Deborah Ann Woll.
Not really. Let's be
She
honest.
was in it.
I would say what's her face.
Rosario Dawson.
Also, what's her face from Iron Fist? I didn't watch Iron Fist by the way.
The guy who played.
Colleen Wing, but what's the actor's name?
Oh, that's the character?
Yeah.
I thought that was the actress.
No,
That's
Colleen Wing is the character. I don't remember her name. Sorry.
We'll get back to her.
Oh.
The guy who played.
Who wants to go
fucking
first? And while
Doomsday.
someone's doing that,
In
I will
the,
look her name up.
No,
'cause
I don't
wanna
think
give
she's
her
going to
credit.
get upset. Let's just...
Well, you never know.
We missed it.
Who's the guy who plays Doomsday?
You never
in
know.
The Death and Return.
Oh, Foggy.
I don't
I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
the
Foggy.
actress.
Yeah, it's Fulton Reed from Mighty
There you go,
Ducks.
Fulton Reed.
Yeah.
God damn,
Yeah.
he was awesome.
Jessica Hedwig.
Ah, her.
Good job.
Also, Elodie Young.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Is that...
That's
what's her name?
Electra.
Pass this. We're past this part.
Seriously, you must stop.
And John Bernthal. Psych.
Penalties.
Just kidding.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Ah, you got me.
You
I already
can
watched
hope
it.
for it.
I already watched it and you still got me.
Yeah, I thought you got that.
Yeah. Alright, anyways, who wants to go first? Talk about the Defenders. Quickly, thoughts, and then we'll get into spoilers.
All right. Everyone's looking at me.
We didn't put our noses.
Let's
You
just-
could have done. I don't care.
Let's just
We'll do the
Yeah,
There
reverse
you go.
order.
Sure. Reverse order.
So when I consumed the Defenders,
That is kind of a good way to describe it.
Well, you need 2 hands for that.
I'm doing a metaphor.
Ah.
So like, it was like all the goodness. Like,
Defending your sobriety.
It's going to be great for the audio podcast.
yes, I took a drink, and, and now I'm making motions with my hands, motioning
All
that
flows
the
through.
goodness went in, and it was there, and I was feeling it. But then, as I had time to digest all the shitty parts of it,
Mm-hmm.
finally started to settle. Because I was like watching, I was like, this is
Kind
really
of digging
good.
this metaphor, actually.
I was like, this is really good. And then after a couple days, I was like, well, that kind of
That
bothered me.
hangover.
And then that kind of bothered
The
me.
recency bias started fading.
Yeah, and then then by the time I was settled, I was like, it was okay. Like, I really liked. There's a lot of good things in it. It's a lot of the character
sure.
interactions, the main cast, because a lot of the supporting cast interactions seem very forced and stupid. Like, let's just get them all in the police station so we can cut to them and have a scene where they're just like, look my name's Trish, my name's, and who fucking cares? And then they cut back to something different. So, like,
the sidekick. So
yeah, the sidekick interaction's less interesting.
Rachel Taylor really got the short end of the stick. She was hardly in this.
Yeah.
Like,
Was Rachel Taylor?
Trish.
Trish.
Oh.
Yeah, like she's
She's like the least side character person showing up.
But like all the Defender stuff was cool. Like their interactions. I liked the kind of slow build up to like getting all together. I liked that they had something to do. You know, that everybody got together. I liked that part.
Yeah.
But then there's just so much like Sigourney Weaver is critical, like badly underused, I think. Like not especially they kept hyping, like, oh we got Sigourney Weaver, she's gonna be this interesting villain.
I feel like they didn't give her enough. They didn't give her enough of a
They
character.
didn't really develop her character other than letting you know that she's old. any chance that she had the talk.
And there was some sort of like
constantly let you know she was old.
She was solid when they had to do the like surrogate daughter sort of scenes. Then I was like, okay, this gives a little bit of depth to this character, but they never really went anywhere.
They
with
didn't
it.
really go
Like,
anywhere with her. At whole, we knew they were building up to a Defenders, series.
Yeah.
But the Hand as a villain,
Yeah.
whole was just kind of like, eh. And
We've already seen them in like most of the shows.
Well, yeah, and the
So
whole
it's
thing,
like-
all the other shows, like the Hand is trying to destroy New York or do something. It seemed like they were trying to take down New York, and then at the end you find it's just like a aftermath of a plan, and it wasn't really their whole plan. They had a stupider plan. Like it just there's a lot of things that just kind of start falling apart. The more I was like thinking about it, and well, I like the.
Would you say that
Oh.
the TV has imitated the movies, and this Marvel property has a villain problem?
Yeah, I would say that there's a villain problem. I mean,
That's true.
I don't know if it's a spoiler who the ultimate villain ends up being, but at least there was
Yeah,
some
we'll
sort
save it
of
for spoilers.
there's at least some sort of connection between that. But then at the end, fucking finale, you get more dark. It was a problem I had with.
It's too dark. I
The
agree.
problem I had with the first Daredevil, like let's put a bunch of fight scenes, but let's do it in the dark.
Oh yeah,
So
the
you don't know
very
what the
first
fuck's going
scene
on.
in the sewer fucking ruined it.
I hate all the like really dark
It was-
fight
it was
scenes.
bad.
Yep, me too.
Counterpoint.
Ryan's got his 4K.
Okay.
I watched it in
Yeah.
HDR.
I was gonna
Everything
say,
was fine.
Oh shit, you got a haircut.
Wait, everything is fine.
Visually, I meant the darkness, the contrast.
Everything. You still wouldn't have wanted it to be a little brighter.
He's 4K as shit. He was fine.
I watched 4K, but
Look,
not
this is your
HDR.
4K, bro.
I watched 4K. It was beautiful in 4K, but
I watched it in the dark. It looked fine.
Actually, I didn't realize I was Finn Jones
I-
in the first scene. I actually had to rewind it because I didn't realize. Oh, is it? Yeah, well, it's him. Okay, I had to rewind the shit.
There you go.
all right.
But,
Anyways,
I think it was okay, but really kind of underwhelming. I was disappointed. I think still okay, but I'm disappointed. I don't
that's
think
fair.
I don't think they used Jessica Jones properly. I knew that was going to be a tricky one. Like how do you write her into a group dynamic, and then they kind of just made her in there. I like that she left,
Yes,
but then
Yeah.
comes back because person. Well, she was like, "I'm on a case." They didn't want her on the case, but now she's on the case. We don't want you anymore. Fucking ninjas. All right, I'm gonna hit a guy with a car. And I was like, "Oh, I'm okay with that." But like then you get to the fight scenes, like everybody's doing karate. We know Luke Cage can like get karate kicked and then not give a shit, grab their leg and beat his ass. That's established.
yeah.
Jessica Jones is regulated to throwing people into the ceiling, throwing them onto the floor,
Yeah.
and then making really wide punches at people.
Yeah.
But
And-
she acknowledged that. She was like, "Am I the only fucking person in New York
Yes.
who doesn't know karate?"
She did.
I also-
She did.
But when you're having these group, everybody's like karate fighting, and then you got Luke Cage who's just like whipping people, and she's just like, "You're in the ceiling, you're in the floor." And that's like all she
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
did in a fight was throw up.
Yeah,
throw it up.
yeah.
Well,
I
that's how
also,
she does. Like, just let
But
that
it really was highlighted. Well, everyone else is
This
doing
is
all
a-
this fighting. There's like characters.
yeah,
that
yeah.
aren't-
She doesn't have the choreography of
She's
the
a
Yeah.
brawler. Wow.
But it's not a major thing. I don't want to make it seem like this ruined the show for me. However, I did think partway through it, this show is very inconsistent in terms of damage meter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, one sort of punch from someone seems to be, and I'm not talking about superpower wise, seems to do more damage than a punch from another person, even though they seem like they're equal strength. You know what I mean? Like, there's it's very up and down for me as I was watching it. I was like, why does it seem like that's hurting them now? When it seems like before they would have been hit by that and it wouldn't hurt. You know, like,
Plot dependent.
yeah, to make it like more dramatic. It seemed like people were getting hurt a little more towards the end on stuff that they wouldn't have gotten.
Season
as
1
damage.
Daredevil, a hand ninja showed up and almost killed him,
Yeah,
and then lit himself on
it
fire.
was
And now,
Nobu, but
and now they're just like, there's some more ninjas at it. We got more ninjas.
I mean, it was Nobu. Who
Nobu
like,
was a really badass
Yeah.
character, though.
so it was a little different.
He was like he was a mini boss.
True. All right, he was mini boss.
But
All right.
they need the thing. We'll get
Plus,
to
he had
spoilers.
practice.
He got more to complain about during spoilers.
He had
Why don't you
practice,
take it from now?
and he had to deal with a fucking Punisher. So,
All right. Anyways, all right. So for me, overall, I think this is an enjoyable season of television. I think if you've watched the rest of the, oh yeah, by the way, I didn't watch Iron Fist. Let me say that flat out.
What? Oh my god!
Yeah, didn't watch Iron Fist.
We're gonna have
Skipped
to
it
pull you off
to
the
watch
show.
this. Why?
That's not completionist.
how'd you not want to try?
You get a red
I watched the recap online, a couple of them, and guess what? Every recap I watched said the same thing, which means guess what? I got it.
Okay, don't get me wrong.
They all said, and then there's a bunch of filler, and then this happens, and then there's a bunch of filler, and then this happens.
I'm just mad you didn't suffer like I did.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Sorry for being smarter about this than everybody else.
Lazy.
I heard how terrible it was, and I never felt like watching it. Plus, I had to finish Luke Cage, which I did only like a couple weeks ago. So I was like, there. I finished Luke Cage, watched some recaps on Iron Fist. I feel ready to watch it, so I fucking watched it. And you know what? I don't hate Iron Fist because I didn't watch it. Because this is a better version of him than supposedly what is in the show. And from what I can take from the recaps, this is a better version of him than is in the show. So now I don't have this horrible taste in my mouth for Iron Fist like a lot of other people do. I don't think he's the best character still, but
He's just okay.
He's okay. Yeah. He's alright. And I wouldn't mind seeing him and Luke Cage team up for Heroes for Hire. I wouldn't be 100% against that, like some people might think. So I thought they had some good interplay. Like, their chemistry, I think, was pretty solid.
Yeah.
So I would like to see more of that. I think this isn't up there with a lot of the other Netflix Marvel shows. Like, I still think Jessica Jones, Daredevil Season 2 and stuff is better than the show, but I still thought it was enjoyable. I can tell you what the best part of the show is, that it's 8 episodes long. I think that all of them from now on, all these Marvel shows should be 8 to 10, depending on the storyline. If it warrants 10, not make 2 episodes of filler.
23 episodes.
Fuck you.
What do you mean, fuck you?
It's kid. You know,
I want
he
more.
wants 12 seasons and 23 episodes each.
I want the writing to be solid the whole time through and no filler.
Josh said some shit to me the other day where it was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I thought you wanted, like, Game of Thrones to be fucking 15 episodes. I was like, 15 seasons. I was like, no, I didn't want it to be fucking 15 seasons. I want it to be 25 fucking seasons. I want this to continue fucking going.
Yeah, that's Kit. We know that. Kit.
Anyway.
You know this well.
Alright, anyway, we're talking about Defenders, though, not Game of Thrones.
We are.
Somehow Game of Thrones ends up in every single one of these, though, usually in terms of me going, this is a good show,
When
but it's not Game of Thrones level.
When it's on TV, it does.
Yeah, yeah, so you said it this time, not me. Anyways, but yeah, I thought this was it was overall an enjoyable watch. I agree that in days later you kind of start to feel lesser about it as it goes on. However, it was fun enough, and yeah, it had problems and flaws and things I wish they would have done differently, but overall I never was mad that I was watching it. I watched it in 2 days. It's not like, you know, it was torturous and I had to stretch it out. I watched it in 2 days. It was incredibly watchable, which is the best way I could describe this movie, and if you're already watching them, might as well definitely recommend
ride the Marvel
it.
train.
Yeah. And I'm interested in season 2 of all these shows. Maybe even Iron Fist, because hopefully it won't be Scott Buck running it.
Yeah,
I have a strong Scott Buck violence, also because I see what he's doing to Inhumans. So, alright, anyways, Kit, what do you think?
I made this in the vent in my house because.
Did you throw a party? Because none of us were there.
Just for me. I made a stew for myself to watch it.
You hired a clown for yourself.
Later. I fucking made a stew to go through the whole day with it. Just eat the stew.
Was it a special Defenders themed stew?
Yes. Well, no, it was a stew. I always make.
I don't know if it was in stews.
I made my stew.
Is there like a blind food that you could like throw in there?
I bought a bottle of whiskey
the juice
to watch it while like fucking watching it. I really was excited for this. I was gonna binge it in one day. I talked to some of my coworkers, and they were like, "Why the fuck are you asking up an entire day for this?" I was like, "I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a life. This is my life. My girlfriend's coming to town once every year, and I'm gonna fucking have sex with her, and this is that show."
So weird.
Normally there's 2 Netflix shows a year.
The extreme.
Marvel.
So what are you gonna do when Punisher comes out?
Yeah.
Cheat on your Defenders?
Also, I'm way more excited for Punisher than I was for this show, and still am.
Either way, I watched the show. I enjoyed it.
All that build-up.
I really enjoyed it. I loved it.
You made a day of it.
It was great. Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of it. Yeah, he gets it. It is a really enjoyable show. I had no real problems with it beyond the unmasking of the hand was very. They were just spoilers later on.
Like the 5 fists in the hand, or the 5 fingers in the hand? Is
Yeah,
that what you're talking about?
I was like that.
Well, we already knew Gao, and if you
Yeah,
watched Iron Fist, you knew that one dude.
We'll get to it in the spoilers, but essentially
We'll get to that guy later.
That's what kind of just like the main downside for me was just
The
like
villains.
that's it.
Really quick interjection. Also, I forgot to mention. Now I see why people think Colleen Wing should have been the main character of Iron Fist.
I didn't. I watched Iron. I didn't hate Iron Fist. I didn't. I like this character. I thought that Luke Cage was alright. They were the weakest of seasons compared to Daredevil and Jessica Jones. I honestly thought I was looking forward to seeing them work together, though. Because I knew that Iron Fist and Luke Cage were good friends, and I was kind of hoping that would be a thing. And it was. Eventually.
I agree with what you said. However, I did really like Luke Cage overall. I thought it took a little bit to get into it, but once it did...
I enjoyed the music in the episodes more
great
often.
music.
But fucking... What the hell's his name? Diamondback?
Diamondback was okay, but Mahershala Ali was better. They should have kept with him. But we're not talking about that.
I thought that Iron Fist was more interesting with what the fuck that one guy get. I can't remember his name. Either way, he didn't show up in Defenders.
Yeah.
The episode 3, I believe it was, when the Defenders actually all got together
Yep.
4.
in the building.
No, it was 3.
I
3 ends with the hallway
fucking
scene.
loved that scene where they
Yeah,
all
good
Good scene.
like met up. I just loved every second of it, just that they got together, and I
thought it was a clever
music
way
they
of bringing them all
chose
together, too.
was great. The fight scenes were fantastic. I really enjoyed it. It
you
took
can see
me. Yeah.
Well, that's why you can see them. That's a well-lit
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah, that was a well-lit scene.
Fight scenes are good when you can see.
Yeah.
I didn't really have any main problems with the ends, other than like one kind of problem which I'll mention in the spoilers.
Okay.
But I thought it was great. I love the show. I thought they did a good job with it. They delivered.
Cool.
It wasn't as great as Avengers, but I
Well,
expected it to be,
it's a TV
obviously.
show.
Yeah, it's a TV show.
He meant the TV show.
Oh, the old
Some-
1960s or whatever it was show? Yeah.
But I thought it was fantastic. I had a good time.
Diane Rigg.
I was I actually didn't know.
Bringing up the Game of Thrones again.
I thought it was 13 episodes, not 8, and I was kind of surprised by that. But that meant I went to bed earlier for the next day.
Surprised, whereas I was so looking forward to it. I was like, yes, only 8! And you're going, only 8?
I had to
I
wake-
love how different it is. Like, 2 different completely
I had to wake up at 7 the next morning, so I was like, I guess that's fine, because I had to wake up the next morning early, but...
Actually, I
I
think
was-
they could have shortened this season.
Like, I actually had to
You
explain...
could cut out a little. You could have made like 6
I explained to some of my
You didn't need
coworkers,
any
they're
of
like,
that
oh, by the
stuff.
way, I'm going to probably be up till like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning watching this shit.
Did
I
anyone
was like-
care about Karen's weird side plot where she was
Uh,
reading things? I don't remember what she did.
Karen and Foggy might be the worst characters in the series.
Really? I thought Foggy had at least
I
the
like
most
Foggy.
to do.
What?
Like, he at least had a
I don't know if we
purpose.
want to get that spoilers.
Well, we'll get to Brian.
Brian.
I actually didn't really like them in the show, whereas suppose I liked them in the Daredevil season.
What did you think?
I'll just be quick. I liked it. A little stronger than I liked it. It was good. I just sat down. I watched 6 episodes on Friday, 2 on Saturday. Went on through it. It was
Good.
It was like entertaining. I watched it, and then unlike you guys who like thought about it and detractions happened.
In the moment, no.
No. That's what I'm saying is I didn't give it that time. I moved on to something else. I didn't
You
think about
consumed it,
Yeah.
never thought about it again.
Yeah,
Oh.
until today. And so I
Okay.
kept that
So that's
pretty
a-
high note.
It's a good hallmark of a show that you can eat it and then never think about it ever again.
Hey, if you
Watch
guys
it and
wanna,
forget it.
if you guys want to
Watch
think
it and
about
forget
stuff, that's
That's
cool.
kind of what
But
For-
ain't,
for-
I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
I'm on to the next thing.
This is what we're here sitting at this table
Yeah,
in front of a fucking red light that may or may not go off in a bit.
I don't care. I had a good time in the moment. I digested it then, and I moved on. No
All right.
extra crap.
Yeah, that's how you felt.
I think that's what this was aiming for. You're the target
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
and Kit, who even after thinking about it is still just gonna fillet it for days and probably rewatch it.
I thought we were watching it several times.
See?
in the last
Yeah.
weeks.
You know what? You're right, because you guys are more along the thoughts of there isn't enough shit to watch, whereas my thought is always there's way too much shit to watch.
What I'm saying is that I moved on to the next thing.
No, I meant I'm thinking more of the 13
No, don't get me wrong.
episodes thing.
I think to
Oh.
myself, there is shit to watch. There is.
Well, sure, CBS's entire life.
Shit.
Ooh, deep cut, deep cut. All right, let's go. Yeah.
Stream Club for life. Let's talk about them streaming services.
Well, let's get this.
CBS.
All right.
Wait, CBS has a streaming service. Never mind.
Hold on. Spoiler alert. So at the end of Iron Fist, they killed Kodo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
Isn't
at
it
the beginning,
Isn't it Bukodo or
Whatever.
something like that? Or?
Do you not remember him disappearing when they
So
looked
at
at
the
his body?
at the beginning of Defenders, well, not the beginning, you find out they
He's
need
not
to get
in the
they,
beginning.
they need to get the substance so they can resurrect people because
Mhm.
they're out of it. But then the guy who they killed at the end of Iron Fist is
Comes
there.
back, yeah.
He's there, even though they used the last of it to get a
Timeline. Where did he
So,
get the where did they get the substance from?
the fuck
to
out.
resurrect
The Dragon
him?
Bones. Let's just
If
say
they
it.
use the rest of it,
The Dragon
for
Bones. Where did they get the
Electra.
Dragon Bones?
Yeah. I got
We're in
that,
spoilers.
Yeah.
We don't
I know.
hide it.
I just want to air quote that that was stupid.
I got that they revived him first and then Electra. Was that
No,
right?
they used the last of it to get Electra back, and they started with Daredevil.
I can tell you what I thought in that moment, which was, oh, this is that guy who was in Iron Fist, right? I didn't watch it. I don't care.
Oh.
Again, I think I made the right call.
I just it was just the business.
So if you haven't watched any of these, and for some reason you're in spoilers here, just skip Iron Fist, watch some recaps online, and then go to Defenders. Unless you guys are going to tell me that Iron Fist was well
No.
worth the time.
No.
No, I won't tell you that. I wouldn't lie to you. But
Okay.
I would say that back to Sigourney Weaver, they really didn't use her well enough.
No.
And then they just kind of discarded her to put
Yeah.
Electra in there so they could have someone that, well, at least
Was more of a
her.
physical threat,
Was
even though
more
they
of a physical threat.
even
at
though they
least
set
brought
up
something.
But they set up that Sigourney Weaver was powerful in some way because she
No,
held up
what?
Electra when she
Yeah,
first
no,
woke up.
all the press, all of the fucking press that they were going for was, well, we got Sigourney Weaver. She's gonna be like great.
Yeah,
she's gonna
yeah.
be the best villain.
Yeah.
She's gonna challenge them.
I hope they paid her a lot of money.
And then you get this character who just kind of like wanders around, talks, judo flips a couple people,
Yeah.
and then mentions that she's old to anybody that's standing around subtly. Like, oh, Beethoven used to be. We get it. You're fucking old. We
Yeah.
get it. We're picking it up.
Look up,
six-
you didn't get buried
episode
in the
6.
Constantinople.
I
You mean Istanbul?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, that was like
I like the Constantinople.
That was the
I didn't
worst-
Really care
I
about
did
the
laugh kind of at that line, I'm going to be honest.
That was at the point where I was like, I
Because
get
of
it.
the song. You're correct.
I get it. You're
It's
fucking
Istanbul,
old. Shut up.
Constantinople. Okay.
Go do something villainous.
Do the Tiny Toons thing for it if you do it.
Oh my god. But
It's almost empty.
Jessica, I got a plan, but I don't think you're gonna like it. It's you stand out in front of an elevator and talk, and then we jump off the top of the elevator. The fuck was that? That was like the shittiest fucking thing I've
I thought
ever
it was pretty cool when she was holding her onto the elevator.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was cool. I just like I
Other
hated the
than
whole point.
that-
Like I got a plan.
He
but you're
means
not gonna like
when
it.
they
and she just
eventually-
talks to them, and then they
Oh,
jump
yeah,
off
yeah.
the top. That was your plan, Luke?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Go for it. So,
Yeah, there's definitely some flaws in this. It's not
That was
perfect.
stupid. I laughed at that.
best way to surprise ninjas if you have.
Oh, you guys were shocked when I said that Karen and Foggy were
Oh yeah.
the greatest
oh, yeah.
characters
Why
in
were
this
they
show.
not the greatest?
Well, Karen, I would say isn't.
She didn't really do anything.
They were the filler of the series. They were only there to try to talk Matt out of being Daredevil. When if they would have just been like, "Cool, you're a friend, we support you, be Daredevil," you could have cut at least half of an episode out of this.
All right, true.
Their
because
only purpose was to stop the
Look.
plot. Their only purpose was to halt the progress of the show.
Ooh. Yeah, you make a good
true, but at the same time, let's be honest. He was
Kind
wearing a
of
weird
Misty a little bit too. Her also, presence a lot of the time was to kind of halt the plot.
Yeah.
I didn't have the problem.
Not
with
as
that.
bad, not nearly as bad.
Because she still wanted to solve
Matt
it.
was
still-
the
yeah, like
Matt
I-
was
like I
the
said,
only one
it's not the
wearing a
same-
costume.
It's not a one-to-one.
He was the
comparison.
only one no one knew was Daredevil except for those two.
Yeah.
Like, so they were like, you have a chance, you have an opening, get the fuck out!
No, the whole
I
thing
get
was
that.
we thought you weren't being Daredevil anymore. We don't want you to be Daredevil anymore, and they just whined the whole time and said,
And
"Don't
then
be
you had
Daredevil."
an option to. Like,
And then
fucking
when-
Jessica Jones or Luke Cage
And then-
didn't have an option to get out of it,
then-
because everyone knew
Yeah.
those two have powers.
Hold on, Kat. No.
That's not what I'm
I
saying.
don't know what you're yelling about Luke Cage and Jessica Jones for. This has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
That's it. No, okay, look.
No, it literally.
No one knows who Matt Murdock is the
Yeah,
Daredevil.
I know.
What?
Except for those two.
Yeah.
So they're saying, you have an out. Get out of it. Stop doing it. No one knows Matt Murdock
Yeah, in
is
other
the
words,
fucking
stop
Daredevil.
progressing the story.
So why are you talking about Jessica Jones?
Because it's just like Jessica Jones. Everyone knows Jessica Jones is super. Everyone knows
Hold
that
on,
fucking.
I don't
Look,
think you.
so shut up. Everyone knows that Luke Cage has superpowers in general. They don't have an out. They both are
Well,
well
they just not
known
care
to
and
have
leave,
superpowers.
but I don't understand where that's part of the argument we're making.
No,
Right.
it's arguing something completely different
Yeah.
than what
No,
we're actually
it's
talking
the
about.
characters are telling him to get
Yeah.
out because he has the option to get out.
That's an excellent point you've made. But no one was actually talking about that at all.
That's essentially what I felt he
I
was
didn't
talking
say you didn't have the option
No.
to get out.
You're like, well, he had the actual option, whereas the other ones didn't.
Yes,
Yeah.
he had the option.
So why was it shitty that they were telling him to get out when he was the only one who had the option to get out?
I think you missed the point.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you didn't catch the point at all.
I don't know what you guys are arguing.
Okay. My complaint. I just said this.
Yeah.
My complaint about them is that their whole purpose in this show, they didn't have anything to do other than to say, "Don't be Daredevil anymore. Stop doing this." They were just there to halt his progress in the show, to make it so that the show would slow down a little bit,
That's it.
kind of extending it. That's my complaint.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I don't know what gets going off on this.
I'm not saying that he didn't have an out. He did have an out because I didn't know who he was. I didn't say that. That's not my complaint.
He had an out. No, I'm not saying he
My
did.
complaint is that
I know that you're not saying he didn't have an out. I'm just saying that obviously he did have an out.
Well, I'm saying their
Why are you guys
use.
arguing? You're on the same agreement.
No, that's.
You just don't think they should have slowed it
I
down.
thought they were
and
wasted in the show.
Yeah.
that the side characters, all they did was try to stop Daredevil from Daredevil.
My point is that
And then
they
that was
had an
not
out, so of
necessary.
course they would slow down with that because he's the only one who they could do that with.
But why?
Cool.
Why not?
I'm gonna miss Stick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
No,
miss
I'm
Scott
not going
Glenn.
to.
Really? I love
No.
Scott Glenn. I wish
He was annoying as shit.
I've heard people.
He lost a hand. He was less entertaining.
That was awesome. How he fucking got out of there by cutting off his hand.
Good for him. I knew he was gonna die in the episode, so I can cut off his hand.
Oh,
I didn't think he
okay.
was going to make it out of this season. I figured they were going to kill him off.
I wasn't sure either, but still.
But I liked him.
Yeah,
Eh,
that's all I said.
He gets a lot of hate.
he's kind of
I
annoying.
don't know why.
Really?
He gets a lot of it. Look at Kit's very angry
Yeah,
that you
I
even
like
mentioned that his
I was
character.
Yeah, wow,
he's
I
like
thought I was just
an
trying to change the
asshole.
subject quick,
Yeah.
but instead I.
You found
He felt like he
Felt
knew
more
everything.
angry.
Look,
He
they
did.
never introduced any of the Chase characters, like the one he talked at the end of
They're
season
all
one.
dead.
No. The Chase character they introduced at the end of season one,
That he died,
they never introduced.
and he's dead.
What
Is he
end of
dead?
season
Yes.
one? That was years ago. I don't remember.
It was his superior.
They're all dead.
Well, no, the dojo was dead. They never
No.
introduced the character
No,
he
they
was
said
talking to
in this show they
who was
said they're all dead.
above him.
They're all dead.
No.
Everybody's dead, Kit.
Yeah, exactly. It was stupid. They killed him. What the fuck did that matter? So what?
I don't know
Was
what's
he at the
going on
top
anymore.
of the tier?
It was a plotline they could have pursued. They choose not
Yeah,
to.
they didn't.
It was dumb. I never enjoyed it.
Well, they that's the thing. For setting things up for years,
Somehow a
sometimes
nerve
you have
got
to
struck
leave
here.
No.
What else are we gonna talk about, guys? What else is a spoiler?
No, there was a bunch of like shitty ninjas that got instantly
They got
caught.
ninja'd.
Out ninja. Yeah, exactly. I didn't care about the chase.
Okay.
So
Fucking, what's his face?
they didn't show
That
that
got
guy killing
caught.
ninjas, but
And he got his ass killed. I didn't care.
Let me try this again.
Daredevil, not the
I'm really glad that it doesn't appear Iron Fist is going to try to be Daredevil now.
I think he needs a new costume.
Okay, that's a calmer thing. I think I found a good one.
I
I'm
was-
glad because they did that fake psych out scene where at the end they show him on the rooftop,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh fuck, they're not going to do Iron Fist is going to be Daredevil now until he gets found again or whatever. And then
Honestly,
they
he
show
should have been wearing fucking Jessica Jones' scarf. That would have been more accurate. With the
Like
whole-
you could have done the black.
I did like that line when he first
You know
got
what,
the suit
honestly-
and Jessica goes, I preferred the scarf. That was good.
There was a moment way back when Daredevil season 1 when he was walking around, in his black thing with the scarf, and I was like, he kind of looks like Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I would have kind of preferred a callback of instead of having him like on a rooftop, but him having like kind of the Iron Fist looking
With holes cut.
with the he could have like kind of did the callback to Daredevil season 1, but clearly an Iron Fist like the green and yellow.
Wow, this bandana is so sheer,
Yeah.
I can see through
Plus,
it.
at one
Well,
point
look,
in the
it's-
comics,
it's
Iron
totally
Fist,
neat.
Iron Fist was Daredevil for a little bit.
Yeah,
so
that's why I thought they
it
were
was a
teasing
psych
that.
out because of that.
But I think that would have been a nice.
I-
we need someone else in the suit, honestly.
No, I'm fine. I think Iron Fist should eventually get in the suit. I'm
Yeah.
not against it.
I think it's like a bunch
I
of
think they
plain
all
clothes
should,
guys, and then one guy in a suit was kind of funny.
Yeah.
When he shows up and they're all
Yeah.
like, what the fuck, I think
It
we
was
need
fun to
another
watch,
costume.
but-
Yeah, I would like Iron Fist in the suit.
Yeah.
I'm
I think
good with that.
we're done with spoilers.
Yeah, is there anything else? Last call?
I'm good.
Okay. No, if he has something to say, I'm fine with it.
Just because jealous so we drank more whiskey.
Okay. Jessica's still the best character of the
Hey.
four.
Yeah, she is.
So, that brings up a good point, though. Where do we rank this in terms of the series and the Marvel whole
I
thing?
think it was better than Iron Fist.
Me too, because I've never seen it, so I guess I have to say that.
I liked it better than Luke Cage.
I would say that because of its more condensed nature. So I agree with you. I think that's about where it's.
I think we're essentially toying the line here. It's not as good as Jessica Jones or Daredevil.
Season 2, but Season 1 I don't think is as good as Daredevil Season 2. But I like Season 1.
Bitch about Season 1. I don't understand why.
I like Season 1 a lot, but I think 2 is a little
really good.
I wonder if I'm colored because I've only seen Daredevil Season 1 when that was the only thing. That was the only thing out at the time. You know what I mean? I had nothing to compare to.
You know what?
I almost want to give it a rewatch.
I have a feeling if I rewatched Daredevil Season 1, I'd think a little less of it.
Yeah.
Because now it has other things compared to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Daredevil Season
I got you.
Really
I implied nothing
I got
else.
you. We're on the same thing. Alright, anyways, might not hold up, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
If we rewatched it. Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode of Stream Club. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you watched those before you listen to our conversation. But
Hope you don't think I'm
Come
going to
back
be drunk
if you
here for the next one.
Well,
oh god, I'm already worried.
let's tease next week's.
Yeah, anyways, next week, or next episode, I should say, because I don't even know if it'll be a week later, it might be less. Next episode is going to be Death Note on Netflix original, Adam Wingard, and it will be The Tick on Amazon.
We got an Amazon.
Going back to Amazon for, finally, for
But only briefly, because before that...
I'm really hoping Death Note won't be terrible, but I am optimistic.
I've heard some bad things, early buzz.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Cautiously optimistic.
I read the director's interviews, and I am worried.
Well, they did air it at Comic-Con, and their buzz coming out of Comic-Con was not good.
Well, Comic-Con.
Well, what's the worst that can happen?
I don't know.
No.
Find out in the next episode of Stream Club. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff. And until next time, whatever, stream some shit.
Find your own ways.
Find your own ways.
Find your ways of streaming shit.
Find your own ways of streaming shit.
Like literal shit.
Stupid!
Tiffany goes like, "Kid has Asperger's," and Josh is like, "Oh, he works at Culver, so he has butter Asperger's."
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's what Richard said after he did some laughing.